Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, it's come to the most exciting moment. After all the amazing presentations, finally, we have the results ready. But wait a little bit. Just bear with us for a little bit more because we have very lovely guests with us here tonight. First, let us give a round of applause to welcome Mr. Peter Wong, Deputy Chairman and Chief Executive, HSBC.
Professor Matheson, Professor Chang, Professor Fahuman, distinguished guests, colleagues, and students. The first thing I want to say is I'm so glad I'm not participating in all of this, because definitely I'll lose. I used to do about anywhere between 10 to 12 cases a week, but you're doing it in 2 hours, so that's great. So good evening and welcome to HSBC. And to those of you who are from overseas, welcome to Hong Kong. HSBC was founded in this great city 152 years ago. Throughout the years, we have helped business to thrive, economies to prosper, and people to realize their ambitions. At HSBC, we are committed to nurturing young talents through supporting programs such as the HSBC HKU Asia Pacific Business Case Competition to become future leaders. I'm very proud of what this competition has achieved since its inception 10 years ago. The competition has reached over 55,000 students across Asia Pacific and beyond. More than 800 senior leaders from the business community, including more than 500 from HSBC, have volunteered to be judges at the competitions and mentors to the students. This is a great accomplishment. We have with us here tonight top students from many countries in Asia Pacific and beyond, including Serbia, Lebanon, Mexico, US, and Canada. This is truly an international event. I want to congratulate the 24 university teams for the great efforts you have put into the competition. I would also like to congratulate you for surviving each round of competition without the use of electronic devices and the internet. I think today, if I take away your internet and I take away your laptops and mobile phone, you probably commit suicide, but you survive all of that. I'm sure this is the biggest accomplishment of all. Let's give all the students a big hand. I know all of you are now very eager to know which team will be winning the competition. But I want to apologize to say that we're not going to be announcing tonight. I'm just messing with you. But first, allow me to share my experience with you in this world of globalization. What I want to share with you is that your views need to be global. So when I talk about, let me give you examples. When I talk about, interest rate is going to increase in the United States, you should immediately in your mind go around the world of what would happen. What would happen to interest rate in the United States? What would it affect? Would it affect the bond prices? Would it affect RMB? Would it affect Canadian dollar, Australian dollar? If I tell you that the oil prices is going to drop by 20 or 30%, immediately in your mind you should think about which are the countries that's going to be hurt, which are the countries that's going to prosper because of that situation. For example, oil prices drop by 30%, immediately Canada will suffer. Canadian dollar will drop because it's an oil-producing country. And also when the prices, when the currency drop, then people will come to Canada to buy things. Properties, shopping, tourism, and so forth. And places like China will gain because of the situation, because it's an oil importing country. So this is very important for you to, every time when you see an event, you should immediately think about the implication across the world. The more you do that, I guarantee you within 6 months' time, your grammar, the way you talk will be very different. You will be much more impressive whenever you go for an interview, and it will be easier for you to get jobs. But most of all is that when you come out and talk to the seniors, to the leaders, and so forth, you will be very impressive. So think about whenever you pick up today we call it newspapers, but it should be media, social media, and so forth, and take a look at all these social media about what's happening around the world. Now, when I retire, I want to teach. So people ask me, what are you going to teach? I said, I'm going to teach, economics. Then they asked me, well, what are you going to use as a curriculum? Well, I said, I'm just going to bring along a couple of newspapers or social media, FT, Financial Times, or Wall Street Journal, and that's it. Because every day something different is happening. And everything that's happening has an implications across the world that may affect your country, that may not. But then the thing is that whenever something like that happens, you need to think global. So my encouragement to you is that when you look at, first of all, you have to pick up a media, a newspaper, and start understanding global events. What's happening to United States? You have a new president, right? Now we have an election in UK. What's happening there? How would the new policies be impacting around the world? What's happening to Brexit? And how would the negotiations go? If the negotiation goes negative, what would happen? What's happening in North Korea, the North Korean situation? What's happening to South China Sea? All these things, all the geopolitical events will impact the economies around the world. If something breaks out in North Korea, I guarantee you the world stock market will drop like a tons of bricks. Because the stock market has gone up so much and people are just looking for an excuse to correct. So you should be very well aware of what's going on around you. So if you are, you're studying MBA degrees and so forth, and this is something that you should bear in mind all the time. So that would be my advice to you. That is why HSBC is supporting this business case competition. The HSBC HKU Asia Pacific Business Case Competition is a program for you to expand your horizons, learn from each other, explore other cultures, make some friends, and most important of all, learn to collaborate with each other no matter what your views are. Stay in touch, expand your network, and walk your journey together. You never know, you may have the people sitting beside you may be your business partners one day. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the Asia Case Research Center of the University of Hong Kong for organizing such a meaningful program and for developing all these excellent cases so full of surprises. I'm sure all of you have enjoyed the cases and have learned a lot from them. Thank you to all the panel judges who have taken time from your busy schedule to provide valuable insights to our future leaders. And to the students, I wish you all the best in your journeys. Last but not least, I understand that one of our founders of this business case competition, Professor Ali Fahumand, is retiring this month. This competition started back in 2008 as the HSBC McKinsey Business Case Competition, and it was then the only business case competition participated by all universities in Hong Kong. Now the HSBC HKU Asia Pacific Business Case Competition has become the world's largest business case competition for undergraduates, and it reaches universities from all over Asia Pacific region and beyond. I would like to invite all of you to stand up to give Professor Fahumand a big round of applause.
Thank you very much, Professor Fahumand. All of this wouldn't have happened without you. Thank you. This year, there's 24 universities from Asia Pacific and beyond have gathered in Hong Kong for the 3-day competition, and we have staunch support from 60 senior business executives judging at different rounds.
Thank you, Professor. He is indeed the father of this business case competition. We wish the professor a very enjoyable retirement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wong. May we now invite Professor Peter Matheson, President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Hong Kong, to say a few words. Professor Matheson, please.
Thank you very much. So you noticed that the first speaker was called Peter. The second speaker is also called Peter. I don't know who's won this competition, but I just hope that the winning team is led by someone called Peter, because then we will have the complete set. So Peter Wong stole most of my speech, so I could rip up my speech, because he said many of the things I want to say. I don't have the same business background as Peter does, but I certainly share his belief in globalization. This is a period of time when globalization is being challenged. You've got political leaders in the US, in France, in the UK, in other parts of the world that are challenging globalization. They're challenging the value of it. There are whole sections of society that feel that globalization has passed them by and hasn't benefited them. And those of us that believe in globalization, and I count myself amongst that number and the same as Peter, have to articulate why we think globalization matters. And certainly to us at the University of Hong Kong, educating our students so that our graduates become global citizens equipped to be flexible and adaptable enough to succeed in any part of the world is vitally important to our mission. And so that's something that we passionately believe in. We're one of the most international universities in the world already, but we want to be even more international. This kind of partnership, the partnership with another like-minded organization in the form of HSBC, is exactly the kind of way that we hope to achieve that kind of education. So it's a great pleasure for me to see the University of Hong Kong partnering with HSBC in this venture. This is the 10th consecutive year that this has been organized by the business center, the Case Center at Hong Kong U. And it's spread from just involving Asia-Pacific universities to now being a truly global competition. And it's an annual event that I look forward to. I like the international flavor. I like hearing the range and breadth of the countries that people have come from. And I like seeing the energy, because I think you people are the future of the world. One thing I might disagree with Peter. Peter said that you may have been working with your business partners during this process. I think you might have been working with your opponents. You might have been working with your competition, but that's equally valuable, because you're going to get to know each other, you're going to get to know their methods, you're going to meet each other again as your careers progress. So this should be a great start, I think, to a healthy competition and to success for everybody. I also wanted to pay tribute to Ali Fahuman. So on Monday of this week, one of the tasks that I have as the president of the university every year is to present long service awards. And it just so happens that this week, Ali received his Long Service Award for 25 years of service to the university. So 25 years at Hong Kong U and 10 years of being the mastermind behind this particular program. So we all owe Ali a great debt. Nobody in Hong Kong actually retires. People just carry on working but don't get paid usually. So I look forward for Ali's continued involvement. I'm sure he's not the retiring type. I also just want to say thank you to the coaches that have given up their time to help the students to develop their cases and to help learning the skills that are required for presentation and whatnot. To HSBC as a very valued partner of the University of Hong Kong, not just in this program, but in a number of other programs where we share ideals and we share aims. It's a great opportunity to thank HSBC for this confidence that they have in the University of Hong Kong, to welcome those of you from other universities in Hong Kong, other universities in Asia, and other universities around the world. And now I'm not going to stand between you and the results. It's a bit like the Oscars. I don't know the results. No pressure on the presenters, but please make sure you get the right prizes, because we don't want any Oscar moments. But thank you all very much for coming. Thank you to everyone that's participated. My sincere congratulations to the winners. But it's not just about the winners. My congratulations also to everybody that took part, everybody that helped to organize it. It's a very important stage in your career development. I think you've made lots of good friends and contributed to your education to go out and be those global citizens that we all want you to be. So thank you very much to all concerned.
Thank you very much. Oh, Professor Matheson, please kindly remain on stage. Yes. And may we also have Mr. Wong and all the final judges we have here today, Mr. Stone, Ms. Thompson, and Mr. Sheck on the stage with us to take a group photo. Thank you. Yes, and now may we also, please kindly remain on stage. May we also invite all of our judges who helped us throughout this entire competition to come up on stage as well for a group photo together. Thank you very much. All of our judges and Professor Matheson, please kindly be seated. Mr. Wong, please kindly stay on stage because we need you for another important part of our ceremony. Oh, yeah, please stay. Thank you. Oh, Professor Matheson, you can have a seat. Thank you very much. I'd love to see you for a longer time on stage, though. Now, may I also invite Professor Chang, Professor Farhumand, and also our dear guest, our dear guest from HSBC, to join Mr. Wong on stage. We will now present the prize to the most collegial team, which is awarded by ACRC. The team who wins this honorable prize is Prasetya Mulia University from Indonesia. May we have your team to the stage, please? Thank you. And you have a cash check prize of USD $1,000. Thank you very much. And congratulations again. And we will now present the certificates to all the participating teams. You have all done an amazing job, and be proud of yourself because you are including our 4 finalists today, you all are the 20 university teams who are part of this competition. May we now first have University of Alberta from Canada, University of British Columbia from Canada, the Chinese University of Hong Kong, Shenzhen, China, Tsinghua University from China, I know you're all really excited, but let's just take this slow because each school team will have a photo of their own. Yes, one university for one picture. We have a lot of photos to take today. Yes, may we now have University of British Columbia from Canada. And so all our friends who are lining up down there, I will need you to help me out a bit because I can see we have a lot of people here and we have one photo for each team. So I will need you to, run a marathon with me and let's get this quick and sweet, yeah? May we now have the Chinese University of Hong Kong from Shenzhen, China. Now let's have the Chinese University of Hong Kong, from Hong Kong. The Tsinghua University from China. Jai Hind College from India. We now have Prasetya Mulia University from Indonesia. Chinese University of Hong Kong. Keio University of Japan. We're halfway, we're almost there. Bear with me, yeah? This is a marathon, guys. You ready? You ready? I need to hear some noise from you. Okay. UC Macau Polytechnic Institute. UCSI University from Malaysia. Middlesex University from Mauritius. Universidad Panamericana from Mexico. University of Philippines from Philippines. University of Belgrade from Serbia. National University of Singapore from Singapore. University of Colombo from Sri Lanka. National Chengchi University from Taiwan. Chulalongkorn University from Thailand. University of Hawaii from USA. And finally, RMIT University of Vietnam. Thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause to all the students. They've all worked very hard this week. Mr. Wong, please stay, and our guests, you can please have a seat. And may we now invite Professor Matheson onto the stage for the part that we're all very excited about, our finalist. Are you excited? Are you nervous? I see someone's shaking his head, though. Okay. The fourth place goes to, well, there's no drum roll, so I'm going to start one. Thank you. University of Dhaka. Congratulations. And now the second runner-up. Can I hear some noise first? Who do you think it is? University of Auckland. Congratulations. Our second runner-up will be awarded USD 2,000 cash prize. Spend it well, guys. Sure. Trust Mr. Wong, he's very experienced with photos. Thank you very much. Another first runner-up goes to American University of Beirut. Congratulations. To the ladies down there, don't cry yet because you still have to take a photo on stage. Are you crying already? Congratulations. You guys did amazing. And now our champions, please make your way to the stage. Congratulations, City University of Hong Kong. Congratulations to all the winning teams today. Thank you very much, Mr. Ron, Professor Matheson. But please, both of you, please remain on stage. We still need you for more. May I also invite the helpers from the Hong Kong Federation of Business Students to come on stage for a group photo. And apart from our awfully hardworking competing university teams today, without these guys, we won't all be here today, and this wouldn't have ran so smoothly. Say cheese. Yes, may we also now invite all of our university teams to come out on stage for a big group photo. And of course, also our officiating guests tonight, Dr. Matheson, Professor Chang, Professor Farumand, Professor Benjamin Yen, Miss Diana Siza, and Miss Melanie Tadani, and Miss Alison Coates to join our energetic boys and girls on stage for a group photo. Our first runner-up, second runner-up, and champion, please stand in front. Make sure your faces are seen, everybody. And our judges as well, our final judges today, please also join in for the photo. Jump in, jump in. Okay, let's do a cute one. Woo! Thank you so much, everyone. This marks the end of the HSBC HKU Asia Pacific Business Case Competition 2017. We would like to thank everyone who has contributed to the great success of this year's competition. A cocktail reception will be now held at the mountainside, just right over there. So now let's enjoy and celebrate together. Have fun.